Yo, what it do, everybody, man? We back at it. I'm back at it, man. For another episode, you guys, man. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's Saturday is going well, man. Man, I started a little 5 minutes late. I hope everybody cool with that. Man, I had to get something in the stomach, man, for real. Hungry as I don't know what. But all right, man, got some energy. We good to go. All right, you guys, man, welcome everybody to the 11:30 podcast. Talk Pro Wrestling. Yes, the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, man. We live here, yo, on Facebook. We live here on Twitch, and also we live here on the 11:30 podcast YouTube channel, you guys, man. If you're new to the show and if you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. For real. Definitely like, comment, share, subscribe, man. And definitely don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. All right. Now I got that out the way. Had to clear my voice, man, for real. All right, man. Man, it's Saturday. Got a lot to cover, man. Man, it's been a interesting week in the world of pro wrestling. Man, but tonight we got AEW All Out, you guys. Yes, live from Chicago. So here on the show, I will be giving my predictions, you guys. Yes, I will be doing all out predictions for the show that's coming up in just a bit, man, for real. And while we chatting along on some predictions, you guys, the 0 hour is actually about to start in maybe 20 minutes or so. So, I'm gonna keep my eye on it here on the monitor. I'm gonna be chatting with you guys, man. All things wrestling as well, you guys, man. We are going to be talking about Hangman Adam Page set and Swerve House on fire, man. Just lit it ablaze, boy. I thought it was one of the dopest endings to an AEW Dynamite. We're gonna get into it. Plus, you guys, Hulk Hogan is back in the news, man. I don't know if they got bitter. I don't even know what to actually say, man, about Hulk Hogan right now. But nonetheless, you guys, man, we're gonna get into all the great stuff. Once again, appreciate everyone tuning in, man. For real, live here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe on YouTube, you guys, man, and come join the chat, man. Let everybody, let me know, and everybody also is watching, man, your thoughts on tonight's show that's going down and everything I'm going to be chatting about as well. I got some Raw and SmackDown highlights of the week that I want to talk about too later on this week. So that's gonna be great. We got a WWE week on actually USA, and I know a lot of fans that are glad that WWE is no longer on Fox because they did that bull crap last night again with that black screen, and I was just like, okay, man, yeah, let's hurry up and get to USA, or let's hurry up and get to Netflix or something. All right, you guys, man, let's get into the show. Like I said, tonight we got AEW All Out, and let's get some predictions underway, man. I'm excited, man, for real. It's a couple of matches that's on the card that I'm really looking forward to. Very, very looking forward to, man. You got some real cool matches. Let's get into them. Right now, though. Of course, MJF versus Daniel Garcia. Well, before all in went down, MJF, he came back as as the baby face, looking like Triple H, got the tattoo on his calf muscle and all this like that. And he's standing with AEW, and everybody's like, okay, all right, there's nothing really new with MJF, but I don't think that babyface MJF was really working for me. I don't know about you guys, man. I like to see heel MJF, but also not only do I like to see heel MJF, I want to see MJF. Um, I like he gets heat. He gets heat, but I don't want to see the cheap heat though. The cheap heat is cool, but really get people and really out they seat and involved in everything, man. Yo, B, what's going on with you, my guy? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yes, man. But MJF, I definitely like heel MJF, and when he turned, he attacked the Daniel Garcia, did the power driver and everything like that. So took Daniel Garcia out of action for a couple of weeks, to where it's like, he can't compete at All In London. So MJF went on to win the international championship, and now dubbed it the American Championship. Took on Will Ospreay, which was a decent matchup. Will Ospreay, of course, won the championship back in his hometown. In his home country of over there in England. So that was great. But heel MJF is back on the road. And not only was that matchup great, we also saw Daniel Garcia makes his return. He made his return at All In, though, because MJF, of course, cost them the opportunity to have a matchup there. So Daniel Garcia, man, he said, yo, man, I'm back and I want your ass, though. And this rivalry really been, taking a turn, though. I liked what they did this past week, how excuse me, how Daniel Garcia was really the guy who was on the mic. Damn, I can't even, get the words. He was the guy really on the mic, really trying to sell this matchup, and have everyone tune in for tonight's show. And I thought it was interesting and funny how MJF was like, "Hey, look at everybody, Daniel Garcia know how to talk now." I was like, "Yo, man, don't let me come up these damn steps, man, and whoop your ass." But hey, Daniel Garcia wind up doing that, and I don't think that was a good idea after all, man. Got a glass smashed, the glass smashed into his head, and MJF just sitting there, man, with blood pouring down Daniel Garcia, and how he is going to teach Daniel Garcia a lesson and show everybody that who he really is. Which, if you don't know, he's MJF, a prick. But yeah, this matchup, man, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But if I had to pick, man, if I really had to pick, of course, MJF is obviously the odds-on favorite. But man, I like the way this story is developing, and and with Daniel Garcia as a young, fresh face of AEW, who the fan seems to get behind, and I think the only way we know if the fans can really get behind a certain individual is just give them an opportunity. Give them the opportunity. I think this is a really huge opportunity. Daniel Garcia working with one of the top guys in AEW and MJF. So, man, if I had to choose, man, I'm going with Daniel Garcia. I know it's going to be a back and forth matchup. I know that MJF is going to try all the tricks in the books with hitting the low blow, or trying to distract the referee, or using a foreign object, or whatever it is, his ring or whatever. Like I think somebody stole it or whatever. But nonetheless, man, yeah, this matchup is looking great. But if I had to choose, man, I think I'm gonna go with Daniel Garcia, man. I think Daniel Garcia can really use this huge victory, and I think with him winning, and then on Wednesday in Dynamite, MJF come out there irate that he lost to Daniel Garcia. Man, I think that would really be, telling. So I'm gonna go with Daniel Garcia on tonight's matchup between MJF and Daniel Garcia. So Daniel Garcia all the way. All right, you guys, man. Our next matchup. Oh man, a street fight. Yes, man. We got a street fight with the beautiful Willow Nightingale and also the beautiful Chris Statlander. I love these two ladies. I don't really have a dog in the fight, man, or a woman in the fight. More so, no disrespect to anybody out there, but yeah, I don't really have a woman in this fight, man. But I know it's going to be an incredible matchup, man. They're in Chicago. It's a Chicago street fight. You got Willow Nightingale. I believe, she was the TBS Women's Champion until Chris Statlander cost her the championship. And also Willow Nightingale had played a factor into Chris Statlander becoming the TBS championship again. So these two chicks right here, man, been beefing at each other for a good little minute right now. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. If I had to pick, I think Willow Nightingale is really a super over baby face. And I think, man, she's to give the keys to her to see if she can run with it. I think Willow Nightingale will really do it though. Does Street Fight, does Willow Nightingale scream out Street Fight to me? No. But let's see what she got in this matchup right here though. I'm definitely a fan of like I said, Chris Statlander though, but I think I will go with Willow Nightingale in this matchup. Yeah, Willow Nightingale in this matchup. All right, you guys, man. The tag team, yes, man, the tag team titles are on the line. I mean, the Young Bucks, the Young Bucks. I was just about to say it. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm kind of like tired of seeing the Young Bucks as tag team champions, but I do like the EVP gimmicks that they're, doing right now and have been doing. Excuse me. Have been doing lately. I think it's really amazing, trying to control the talent, being the asshole boss, like go out there, yeah, you hit their music, hurry up, or cutting, damn, I can't even think of the team name though. Anthony Bowen is in them tag teams, cutting them off from the music and shit like that though. But the Young Bucks taking on Castanolo and Willow Yoda. I think it's going to be a cool matchup, man. Really great matchup. The Young Bucks, without a doubt, they're definitely going to do about 1,000 move and 1,000 super kicks, so they're going to win. But however, though, I did see a tag team come back, and I think they made their debut in AEW at All In. They were in WWE, they were in TNA recently too, and they were killing it. The Grizzled Young Veterans, man. The Grizzled Young Veterans was a part of Schism. Of course, creative, they weren't happy. They wanted they released. They gone. And now they are in AEW, and the promo or the backstage segment I seen with the Grizzled Young Veterans and the Young Bucks. Now that's the matchup I want to see right there. Now take my money all the way with them. All the way though, for real. So and mentioning, this EVP characters and the gimmicks that the Young Bucks have. Man, what are you guys' thoughts on this whole John Moxley storyline right now? And I think he's also aligned himself with Marina Shafir, and I think that's really interesting too. He aligned himself with a woman. But yeah, he coming out there a couple of weeks ago. This is not your company anymore, and cryptic messages that he's saying. It's starting to have. It's starting making me. It's starting having me believe that I think this got something. It could have something to do with the. Yeah, all right. My bad, my bad. Technical difficulties. All right, yeah, it started having me think of the Shane McMahon ordeal that he had a meeting a couple of weeks ago with Tony Khan, and he can potentially probably either be joining AEW behind the scenes or on camera. I'm not quite sure. But however, though, I think that is very telling, with this John Moxley thing and how he's coming out there each and every week, and kind of like having this different narrative that he's pulling though. I'm really digging. John Hill Garcia is mid card guy at best, and nobody cares. MJF is doing jobs for jobber trash. AEW fans are clueless marks. Hey man, you know what? Hey, look at here on Talk Pro Wrestling, we talk about all wrestling in general, not only just AEW, WWE, TNA, multiple wrestling promotions. And tonight It's one of AEW's signature events, AEW All Out. Now, of course, I would definitely agree with you. Uh, a couple of months ago, even probably still right now, I probably would agree with you. Daniel Garcia is a mid card guy. He really is though, and MJF is actually doing a job for Daniel Garcia right now. But also, Daniel Garcia has been showing, well, at least the fans has been showing interest in Daniel Garcia, and trying to the best way you can actually give people opportunities and see if they can move up the ladder is having them go after the big dog or whatever like that. So yeah, you can look at Daniel Garcia as a mid card guy. He probably is a mid card guy, but the story that you could Hell, best example that I can think of right now. Bronson Reed. Before Bronson Reed came out there a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Raw and destroyed my son's favorite wrestler, Seth Rollins. Before he came out there and destroyed Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed was a bona fide mid Carter. But what Bronson Reed do? Bronson Reed, and I'm not saying he's not a mid Carter no more. But when he came out there, he went after the big dog and took out one of the big guys in the company and Seth freaking Rollins and gave my man a half a dozen tsunamis. Took him out. You haven't seen Seth Rollins since though. That's the thing that I think is important in wrestling. You have to give certain guys opportunities, man, to see what they can do with it and move them up the ladder. I think this is a great opportunity. Even the story that they've been telling, with Daniel Garcia, uh, talking to MJF and how, they sort of had this was this relationship forming, but MJF, of course, you can never trust the devil. He's always going to stab you in the back. And what MJF did, he stabbed Daniel Garcia in the back, took him out of action for a couple of weeks. And of course, Daniel Garcia is the reason that MJF doesn't have the title anymore. And the story that they've been telling, I'm digging it, man. I like my professional wrestling with stories. So, John Hill, thank you for coming on, leaving the comments of, Garcia is mid card. A lot of guys are mid card, not in the mid card, but you have to give these guys some opportunities and chances to, see what they got, though. But I appreciate the comment, though. I really do. I appreciate the comment. And thank you for definitely tuning in though. All right, you guys, man, back to the predictions. I apologize about the technical difficulties. Hit the wrong button and we left out of the studio. All right, tag team matchup. I was talking about the tag team matchup that's going down. I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks, man. The Young Bucks are going to defeat the Ring of Honor tag team champions in the Blackpool Combat Club. So that should be a definitely hard hit. I mean, the Young Bucks matches are always fun, bunch of super kicks, super kick, Canadian Destroyer, so bunch of wrestling. That's one thing I will give AEW for sure, man. They do know how to put on a great wrestling card, man, and a great and they know how to put on great wrestling matches in general. So definitely give them that. All right, you guys, man. Next matchup that's on the card tonight, man. We got we got Orange Cassidy, you guys, man. And also we got Okada, my man Okada, man. He ain't got no chill for real. And also Mark Briscoe. Yeah, Okada ain't got no chill. Mark Briscoe, man, his promos be crazy, man. And Takahashi, I'm Takeshita. I'm probably saying his name so wrong though. But yes, man. AEW Intercontinental Championship, Fatal 4-Way matches, Fatal 4-Way Triple Threat. Some of my best favorite matches in wrestling. Just that unpredictability and just the action, that fast-paced action that's going on right now, though. Of course, Okada is the Continental Champion, and I would choose Orange Cassidy or maybe Mark Briscoe just for the heck of it. But what Okada is doing right now, man, I think he's doing phenomenal. I mean, they paying the whole lot, the guy a whole lot of money though. But hey, yeah, not my favorite matchup on the card though. But if I had to choose, I think Okada would definitely retain the Continental Championship, man. For real. Think that's gonna be dope. All right, you guys, man. For the AEW Championship is going down. Bryan Danielson taking on Jack Perry. Taking on Jack Perry. I was not a fan last week where Swerve Strickland lost the championship. I believe it was last weekend, but at All In against Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, however you want to call him. I was like, yo, man, because he said he was sort of like this was his last full-time year, and it quite didn't mean he was going to retire. But I was like, yo, man, like, I mean, like this this had to been the moment for you to win the championship. I mean, Swerve Strickland, I mean, was literally on fire. I mean, I think I want to think and want to believe that I enjoyed his championship run. I mean, maybe not everyone did though, but I mean, I thought Swerve's championship run was good, man. Hopefully, he become champion once again, man. But I mean, you had a feeling that Bryan Danielson was going to become champion at All In. You had Bree right there. He had his daughter and everybody, the whole family front row. So hey, it was kind of like WrestleMania 30 all over again for DB. But he did that, man. Won the championship at All In at Wembley Stadium. Dope, man. Dope, dope, dope. So now, he addressing the AEW fans a couple of weeks ago on Dynamite, and Jack Perry, man. Jack Perry, who is the TNT champion, comes out there, interrupts him, and you know, um, and sort of there you go right there, But Jack Perry is also has been this guy who I think for me, I'm having a little bit time believing in him. I don't know what's up with it though, but I think Jack Perry is not necessarily doing it for me. Now the title is great, everything else, but I don't know. But I mean, like I said, Daniel Bryan versus Jack Perry should be a wonderful matchup at Dynamite though. It'd be crazy if Jack Perry wins the championship. I doubt it, but Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson just won it, so I'm gonna go with DB, man. Definitely go with DB on that one right there. Oh man, this one is going to be a fun one. I think this is going to be the show stealer of the night. Pac taking on Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship, man. The bastard Pac coming off big momentum. He won at Wembley Stadium as well as Will Ospreay. He beat MJF and yeah, Pac won a series of matches. Now he's the number one contender for the international championship. Like I said, this is going to be the show still. I actually thought Ricochet was taking on Will Ospreay, and I think they said they're gonna wait for that just a bit because we already know them two getting in the ring is going to be incredible. We seen what Ricochet and Will Ospreay was capable of and was able to do even outside of AEW or WWE. So these guys are crazy, man, in the middle of the ring, man, for real. Real crazy in the middle of the ring. All right, you guys, another matchup we got here tonight for the just a second. All right. Yeah, for the TBS Women's Championship. Now I don't voice my opinion a couple of times about Mercedes Monet. Now Mercedes Monet haven't just been hitting on all cylinders for me lately. I mean, I think would have helped her a little bit by becoming a heel. But even then, she still got her, her manager, her big, bodyguard manager. But it's not like she's doing much though, And her Sheeta, I mean, Shorty been around the block. I ain't gonna lie though, she been around the block, but I don't think she ever done nothing. I mean, she's of course former AEW Women's Champion, but I feel like Mercedes Monet is definitely going to pick her apart this matchup, and down the line we're probably going to get the Britt Baker Yeah, the Britt Baker versus Mercedes Monet rematch coming up down the line. All right, you guys, man, I'm trying to get something straight real fast. All right. Bam. I clicked on the wrong one. All right, we back. All right. So yeah, I got Mercedes Monet, you guys, man, winning this matchup over her Kirishita, Hikaru. Hope I'm saying her name right. Kind of like mispronounces the Japanese superstar name. So, um, you know what I do? I mean, no offense to New Japan or anything like that. The great superstars, sometimes, if I'm not aware of them or know them, I'm of course probably butcher their name, but uh, it's not on purpose though. But yeah, man, it's going to be fun. And actually, AEW Zero Hour just started. You got Undisputed Kingdom, Lee Moriarty, The Beast, Morto, Shane Taylor, taking on Top Flight, man. That's a triple threat matchup that's going down. But yes, man, um, Zero Hours on right now, so definitely checking that out. And they're actually just chatting about all the matches, man. Like I just said, Will Ospreay versus Pac, that should be a great matchup. I think that's going to be the show stiller. That's going to be the show stiller of tonight matchup. And I'm definitely going with Mercedes Monet, uh, Hikaru Shida is great. Camille, that's her name. Camille, she's banned from ringside. So, I don't know if that is going to help Hikaru Shida. But you still gotta watch out for Britt Baker though. But I think that is going to be great. So, another matchup, man, I haven't got to just yet. And man, oh man, I'm gonna transition this into my next topic. The next topic that's on the list right here. You guys, man, this matchup, I cannot wait for it tonight. I don't know if it's the main event. It's a lights out steel cage matchup between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. Yes, it's a steel cage lights out match between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. Yeah, I had to say it twice for the people who didn't hear me. Man, oh man, these two guys right here. These two guys are reminding me just a little bit, a small little bit. I'm not trying to make a huge comparison, whatever like that. But this rivalry is reminding me a little similar to what Drew McIntyre and CM Punk been beefing off for the last what was it? What, 9 months or so? Ever since January or Survivor Series when CM Punk returned? Like, man, oh man, I'm talking about from everything. CM Punk comes back and Drew McIntyre's irate. Drew McIntyre wins the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk cost him that. Drew tried to get it back. He cost him that. Every opportunity that Drew tries to advance at the World Heavyweight Championship or either cash in money in the bank, CM Punk causes them, take his bracelet, claim out his shoes on Monday Night Raw. Like the story beyond that, showing up in your hometown and whooping your ass and leaving you in front of your family and friends, dog, I'm loving it. But excuse me, but Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, man, I mean, it haven't been probably for 9-10 months. If you probably, but I don't think so. But man, this rivalry, man, has been insane. And with a rivalry such as this between Hangman Adam Page, then I kind of like figure and I kind of like see why they took the title off of Swerve. This match don't need a championship. This match don't need a championship at all. But the fact that it's the matchup and it's made already, I am so prior to this matchup and prior to what happened Wednesday night on AEW Dynamite, man, oh man, these two guys had been at each other's throat with Swerve Strickland showing up at Hangman Adam Page's house, showing up at his family house, watching him carry his pregnant wife out, standing over the baby crib, all this other, cruel stuff that Swerve Strickland was doing. My man even had a chain wrapped around his neck and was, choking my man out. I forget what pay-per-view that was, but that was crazy. I mean, these two guys have literally been to war, man. And it's like they cannot stand each other. They cannot stand each other at all. But this past Wednesday night, on Dynamite, like I was saying, you guys, man, was incredible, man. Definitely incredible. They closed out the show with the AEW with the this matchup right here, Swerve Strickland Hangman. I was about to say AEW World Championship. Of course, Swerve lost the title, but they closed out the show with the contract signing, man. And Swerve out there, he ready. Prince Nana, everybody's ready. And then no show from Hangman Adam Page at all. Hangman Adam Page has went to the house of Swerve Strickland. Now, earlier in the night, you guys, early in the night. Now, this why some people say, man, look at you can't post all your business on social media. You can't tell because the ops are watching. They are watching. But on the picture on the right, man, Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana. Prince Nana has been a real big part of Swerve Strickland's career here in AEW, especially over the last several months. Swerve Strickland was able to get back the house that he grew up in, man. I think, I never, I mean, obviously, that was a house, going back to a childhood house like that has so many memories of, you know, childhood memories, good, bad, sad, all the above, man. It's really crazy though. But Swerve Strickland signed the extension. Yeah, signed the extension and was able to purchase back the house, like I said, that he grew up in and all that. Now, that aired on Dynamite and, of course, all over social media, man. And Hangman Adam Page, of course, being the menace that he is and being the vicious psychopath that he is, man, he said, hold up, wait a minute, okay? You brought back that childhood home, man? Okay. Whose house? Yeah. All right. Man, but popping up, Hangman Adam Page is in the house, man, and pulling one incredible promo, man, to say the least. Incredible promo talking about, oh, yeah, this is where your mother used to make your supper, and I bet this is where your dad used to tell you, shut up, so go sit down so you can hear the television and all this stuff, man, and just phenomenally put together. Really, really well put together, man. And he makes his way outside, and then they don't quite show the gasoline bottle that Swerve, I mean, excuse me, Hangman Adam Page has in his hand, but you can hear it. And that's another cool thing also about wrestling. Sometimes you don't have to show it. You could just suspend your belief, and you got a vision of where this is all going. He's in the house like you. I mean, like he's either gonna burn this bitch down or something. And he got the gasoline and started pulling it on the porch, pulling it in the house and everything. And how Swerve Strickland, is just going irate in the middle of the ring, man. He's just going crazy. And Paige says, yo, man, my moment from here on out is to burn down everything you have, man, and to burn down Swerve Strickland's, house. Who house? Shit, no house now is on fire. Yo, I gotta say, this was one of the dopest endings to an AEW Dynamite and forever. Man, I was there at the very, very first show here in Washington, D.C., man. That was cool. I mean, seeing what was it? Jack Swagger in WWE, but he showed up, and how John Moxley was putting somebody through a glass table, like not too far from where we were sitting at. So I was like, man, yo, that was crazy. The atmosphere was ridiculous, man. But of course, AEW has been hitting some bumps in the road lately. And I think this story that they're telling right here between these two guys right here definitely I ain't gonna say immediately, but it could potentially put them back over the hump where they need or could be, but man, this is went really, really, really personal between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, man. Hangman Adam Page set Swerve House on fire. Dog. Like, where do we go here? We got a lights out steel cage match, and these guys are gonna beat the ever living daylights out of each other tonight in that steel cage match. I don't even know if the steel cage can hold these guys in. I mean, obviously, yeah, they're gonna, go at it But of course, before this matchup started, I know they're going to grab all the weapons and all the shenanigans to put in the ring. But these guys are going to definitely go to war. Definitely go to war. So yeah, man, you guys, man, that was one of the dopest innings to a dynamite. You guys, I definitely will say that, man, for real, because I did not expect Hangman to actually set this house on fire. But over the last was several weeks, where it's like you forgot about Hangman Adam Page. He shows up and he just, you could just hear the passion in his voice. You can't beat me. We went an hour or 30 minutes or whatever that draw was. And it was like, you can't beat me, man. Like, and I'm better than you. And the obsession that Hangman Adam Page has with showing the world and proving how he is better than Swerve Strickland and everything, man. And yo, I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging the main event matchup. So I definitely can't wait to definitely check it out, man. For real. AEW All Out is going down tonight, man. For real. Definitely going down tonight. As we move along here on the show, I definitely probably do a little small little watch along on for a matchup here on 0 hour while we kick everything off, giving predictions and everything like that. All right, you guys, man, we're gonna move along here. We're gonna get back to AEW in just a bit though. But like I said, we're gonna move along. Yo, this past week, man, I have not seen the entire interview, but I've seen some of it on social media, and of course I've seen posts and clips and captions and all that stuff, man, about Hulk Hogan, man. No, not with Hulk Hogan being at the, what was it, the Republican, convention or whatever. Yeah, even though that was several weeks ago, but um. Hulk Hogan, man, back in the news again, you guys. Hulk Hogan was on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, and Hulk Hogan, man, spoke about several things, man, several things. And I want to say right now, well, before I say that, you guys, man, I don't know if you guys seen or heard any of the comments and the remarks that Hulk Hogan made on the podcast, man. But I thought they were really, really insane, though. First one, especially the one to my right, man, with Hulk Hogan said, man, you know, was asked about, his creative control and him being in NWA, NWO, and how that'll play a factor in, today's wrestling. He had creative control. I never used it the whole time. Yo, Hulk Hogan, man, what are you smoking, bro? Are you all right, man? I don't know. Like, I never used it the whole time. I don't know if you guys literally just saw the daggone Who Killed WCW documentary, but if you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. If you haven't seen the rise and fall of WCW, I mean, you've probably been living under a rock for a while, but you guys, that was the whole premise of WCW going out of fucking business to begin with. Hulk Hogan being the massive over personality and character that he is, man, with this huge ego, in his contract, he had creative control over everything, or who he was losing to, who he was going to win to, who he wasn't going to lay down to, all that. So for Hulk Hogan to, I guess now have, I guess he got, he got lost of memory now. I guess he got lost of memory now, and I don't know if he's out to trying to make himself as a good guy or sound like a good guy or whatever the case is, though. But it seems though Hulk Hogan have been in a bad spot for some time now with wrestling fans. And I think it initially started when Hulk Hogan made the remarks in it, and it came out, of course, on the internet and social media. He made his remarks, of course, about The Rock and, saying stuff about, African American black people, all that stuff like that. And then, of course, man, everybody and they mama, bro, it don't matter if you were Spanish, white, black, Puerto Rican, yellow, green, everybody in the late 80s, in the 90s, the late 90s, everybody was a Hulk Hogan fan. Look at before I even started wrestling, I had a Hulk Hogan buddy. So that's how I knew who Hulk Hogan was, man. You feel me? Because at the time I come into wrestling in the late 90s, Hulk Hogan was in WCW. I came in and started, I was introduced to WWE. So I mean, like I heard of Hulk Hogan, I knew of him. You know, of course, he was in movies and everything. He's the biggest popular wrestling superstar at the time, man, in the world. You know, like if you mention Hulk Hogan and person don't know, person ain't got no nothing, but you mention Hulk Hogan, they were like, don't he wrestle? He does something with wrestling, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, Hulk Hogan, man, I just think, man, he just, got a big disconnect right now with a lot of fans and maybe trying to win them back over. But I think the comments, to the picture to the left, boy, that okay. You guys ready for this? All right, here we go. Wrestling fans are very forgiving. They're very forgiving, man. If Chris Benoit can do the crap he did and the fans still love him, they're very forgiving. I made some mistakes in my personal life. They forgive you. Now, I just want to say, yo, right now, the fact that he had to mention, that, you know, Crispin Watt, if Crispin Watt can do the crap he did and the fans still love him, look at now, it's a portion of the fans, man, that they don't even want to hear the word Chris Benoit. You feel me? Even, hearing what he did and, how everything came out, they don't want to hear the words Chris Benoit and how he tried to, compare himself in a way to what Chris Benoit, oh, man, if I can say the N word and and if I can make mistakes, I can be forgiven just like how a guy who killed his whole family and murdered his wife and all of that. He's forgiven too. I mean, like, there's some wrestling fans out there. It's just like this, yo, man. Chris Benoit was one of the greats. He was one of the guys, or one of the grapple. Oh man, he was one of the greatest grapples, submission guys, technical guys that ever came in the ring, hands down, no doubt, man, no doubt. But I think that's where it stops there, And me personally, I never want to. Um, the best way I can say this too is like, what Chris Benoit did is what he did. It's very sad. It's very unfortunate. Like, I'm not gonna say I'll never watch another wrestling match of his, you know, but I'm because I know what he done. I know, he was, great in the ring. Now, would I support the human being of Crispin? No, I won't, because it was sick and it was crazy. Then yeah, the guy needed a lot of help, man, for real. But at the same token, man, like, I'm not gonna sit here and judge this person over what he did in his personal life. I'm here really for the entertainment, and yes, life entertainments are imitates art and art imitates life. But I mean, what he did in the ring, that's what I was. That's who I came. I didn't know the personal, guy. I didn't know the personal guy. Hulk Hogan, yes, even what he said out his mouth, all those several years ago, man. I never was the biggest Hulk Hogan fan. I'll tell you that for sure. I mean, the best matchup, I like Hulk Hogan because it involves my favorite superstar is The Rock. WrestleMania 18, man. That was hands down one of the best matches uh as a fan from my perspective, man. Growing up loving The Rock and the fans, it was WrestleMania, the atmosphere, phenomenal, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I hate to kind of like go all over the place, but this is the last thing I'm sort of going to say about it, and I'm gonna move on. But it's the music business, it's a crazy industry, right? It's a guy named R. Kelly out, right? That's yeah, he's locked up. He's locked up. You say that name and everybody they go crazy though. But some people out there was like, yo, what he did in his personal life, that's him. I don't support that. But man, he made great music. I'm probably here right now because of some R. Kelly music. You feel me? So it's like I can differentiate, what you are as an entertainer than what you're doing in your personal life. So, you know, from Chris Benoit, like I just said, Chris Benoit was Chris Benoit, and he was a hell of a technician, you know. But I wouldn't go as far to say the fans have forgave Chris Benoit. No, I wouldn't, you know, go that far. And I think Hulk Hogan, you know, went that far by saying, "Yo, man, you know, shit, they forgiving me. You know, they forgive him. They forgive me. They very forgiving, man." But Hulk Hogan, I feel like, you know, my man is a little bitter. That's how I feel like. You know, the times are obviously passing him by, and he's not really in. I mean, you know, he's of course still rich, still receiving royalties from WWE. I mean, like he's always going to be connected one way or another to WWE. It really wouldn't be all these WrestleManias and all these everything in wrestling. But it wasn't really for Hulk Hogan, man. Hulk Hogan was the guy, you know, Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan though. But yeah, I digress, man. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, man, about Hulk Hogan in the comments that he made on Impulsive. And then speaking of Hulk Hogan, man, the guy who really made Hulk Hogan, man, and pushed this whole industry forward, Vince McMahon, you guys. Yes, Vince McMahon, that Netflix documentary, you guys, Mr. McMahon is coming out in a couple of weeks, and I can't see it. I want to see it. They break down everything, man, of Mr. McMahon, of, you know, his, of course, his upbringing, how he bought the company from his dad and turned the company into a $1 billion business, a worldwide phenomenon, a big juggernaut, man, that it is. And, you know, and sort of introduce sports entertainment to the world, and, you know, left professional wrestling to the side. You know, like, you know, Investment Man was more, you know, hey, you're a WWE superstar. You're not a professional wrestler, you know. Like, we had a lot of professional wrestlers, but you're a WWE superstar. So Vince McMahon, of course, had um a brilliant mind for the business. But that's another thing, even with Vince McMahon. I can separate, you know, the character, even though it's like, damn, man, you kind of like, hey, he looked like he did. The Acclaim, that's the name I was trying to think of earlier, though. But yeah, even Vince McMahon, you know, even when the news came out about him, I was like, shit, man, he looked like he could have did it, man. He's standing up, he's sitting in that chair, and Stacy Keibler just dancing, he just fainting out, and yeah. But I can say it already, man. But I will say Vince McMahon. It's really, I mean, although it was the superstars that was in the ring, but Vince McMahon was the reason I started loving professional wrestling, man. The WWE. That was it. All right, you guys, man. Yeah, man. I think Hulk Hogan is a bitter guy. The time is passing him by. And of course, he's not involved in a lot of stuff, maybe that he wants to be or feel like he should be in it, though. And, you know, with a podcast, you know, that's shit, like a podcast I'm on right now. You know, everybody feel like they got something to say, or, you know, their opinion sort of matter or whatever like that. So, I don't know, man. There was some strange remarks, man. Really strange remarks uh from Hulk Hogan, man. Really, really, really strange remarks from Hulk Hogan. I think Hulk Hogan need to go sit his ass down somewhere. For real. Go sit his ass down somewhere. All right, you guys, man. Let's move along here on the show, you guys. Before we wrap it up in here on out of here. And actually, I think we're gonna do this live watch along with this matchup that's going on right now. I think it's a 6-man tag team matchup on 0 Hour. Okay. This coming Monday night on Raw, you guys, we will be all tongue tied. We will be finding out a number one contender for Braun Breaker's Intercontinental Championship. Now, Braun Strowman filled in Bronson Reed spot on Monday Night Raw because Braun Breaker had COVID and he was unable to compete at Monday Night Raw on Monday. All right. However, you know, Jey Uso qualified for the match. Pete Dunne, he qualified for the match already. But we've seen an additional Ilya Dragunov and Bronson Reed qualify for the Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders fatal four-way matchup that's going to take place this Monday night on Raw on the season premiere, the series premiere of Monday Night Raw. Well, excuse me, that's Friday, but the season premiere of Monday Night Raw this Monday. Now, I brought that up because you guys, man, I think it's very interesting. The four guys that's in that matchup, you got Braun Strowman, who been back lately, beefing with Bronson Reed, which I thought maybe, obviously he had COVID. I don't know. I thought something else was going to happen. Maybe him not winning the matchup. He obviously took Bronson Reed place, meaning Bronson Reed probably wasn't going to win. Um, neither. But however, I digress. We got this fatal four-way matchup, and it seems though Jey Uso is in it again, man. Jey Uso was in the King of the Ring tournament. He was in like the finals, like not the finals where it was like the quarterfinals on Raw. I forgot who he lost against though, but he lost against somebody. And he had a championship match. Him, meaning Jey Uso, had a championship matchup for the World Heavyweight title against Damian Priest at Backlash. And it's like these big moments, man, just keep passing Jey Uso by. Now, not for 1 second do I think Jey Uso is going to win the Intercontinental Championship at Bad Blood, which this matchup is going to take place at Bad Blood. But I mean, like, I feel like, and I feel like Jey Uso I don't want to say needs to, but man, this guy is super over. He connects with the fans. Everybody is yeeting. I'm yeeting. I was yeeting last week on SmackDown. He showed up in a dark match against Drew McIntyre. It was fun. Everybody was yeeting, man. Like Jey Uso is the man. But I feel like, man, like, are they going to give this guy a singles run? Is he going to win the championship? Because I don't think he's going to beat Braun Breaker. And Jey Uso's father, the Uso's father, Rikishi, you know, legendary wrestler, man, in the Attitude Era and whatnot. Rikishi, was saying, man, yo, if he doesn't do right, okay. The Maximum Male Models is on AEW. Yeah, but Jey Uso doesn't do right, man. Just go over to AEW. And I had the Holy podcast a couple of weeks ago up here. Shout out to my guys, Chad, and shout out to my guys, man. Damn, I can't even think of my other man name though. But we was having a discussion about how either certain guys going over there to AEW, such as like Mercedes Moné, and a possibility of Becky Lynch though. And I was just like, man, no, like why go over there just because they throwing out buttloads of money? Okay, they throw out buttloads of money, but you're gonna still be in the mid card position for the longest. You may get a shot, you may not. And that's just how it's gonna go. I feel like AEW just throw you all the money in the world, especially if you're a former WWE talent and you got some name to you, just so they can be like, hey, look who we got. We got Mercedes Moné. Hey, look who we got. We got Bryan Danielson. Hey, look who we got. We got all these former WWE superstars that you loved over there. So now you gotta love them from over on this side, though. You feel me? And I understand, money is the root of all evil. And yeah, we need money to pay our bills. We need money to put our food on the table, etc. But at the same time, though, I feel like if you're doing something you're passionate about, the money ain't gonna be a big thing. You feel me? And especially in the industry like professional wrestling, if you want to give something, give it, give your heart and your passion to the business, and you want to contribute to it. I think money, can't buy that. Money can't buy, like I want to say the it factor in a way. What I mean, like, money can't buy you having uh a great personality, being great on the mic, or just being, good, in and out the ring, and I think a lot of guys will get lost, with the money, just throw me money. Hey, I ain't gotta live up to a certain standard. I got just do what I gotta do because I'm rich. That's it. Like I'm just rich. So yeah, I definitely wanted to say that though. I don't think Jey Uso, like Rikishi was just saying, hey man, just go to AEW. No, man, stay your ass in WWE where you good at, and do your thing, man. Life ain't easy, man. It's gonna be some bumps in the road, and we just get over these motherfucking bumps and keep it along, and not everybody should just go to, AEW just because they just now some guys deserve it. Now Ricochet was a guy who was in WWE, and it seems like, man, he could not just get through that brass ring. He couldn't reach the brass ring. It just seems though it just wasn't possible. He was great at flipping. He was great at doing maneuvers off the top rope, going viral with Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble and everything, man. Like, it was great. But was Ricochet ever going to win the World Heavyweight Championship? No. Now that's, we all know not everybody is going to be world champion. But Ricochet was definitely one guy who just wasn't able or wasn't going to win the world champion. Now, he fit well over here in AEW. Brian Danielson, a lot of guys fit well, like, but yeah, man, that's one thing I definitely wanted to say, man. Last thing on Monday Night Raw, man, I thought it was crazy that if you guys follow me on social media, definitely follow the 1130 podcast on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch as well. My Twitch is growing, so I'm still trying to get there. But definitely follow me on TikTok, man. I did a TikTok on this situation. Odyssey Jones, man. Odyssey Jones. Yo, man, I think that is unfortunate. And that's unfortunate, man. Being a wrestling fan for the time I have been, seeing so many different gals and girls, man, come in the business and their career just get cut too short, whether it was something, outside related, personal, or whether it was inside of the ring or whatever, man. It's just really unfortunate. Odyssey Jones was put in a situation where he was going to be, uh, somewhat of a third member to this new day, and with the story that they was telling with Curry Cross and Xavier Woods about getting Xavier from under Kofi Kingston to be your own man. Kofi Kingston, a former champion, Big E, a former WWE champion, multi-time champions. The only thing Xavier you done was win King of the Ring. And out of that, what you get? Because the guys who won King of the Ring this year, they got World Heavyweight Championship opportunity matches, and they won them. Gunther and Nia Jax. So you won King of the Ring. The only thing you got was your crown smashed by Roman Reigns. So it's like, it's just that whole story just went sort of downhill with Odyssey Jones getting pulled from it all and getting released by WWE because of the allegations, man. A lot of guys over the last several years, man, definitely career had got ruined because of some allegations, man. True or false, whatever the case may, I'm not the judge or whatever, but just from, the character standpoint and the one that was presented on television, number one had to been for me was Velveteen Dream, man. Velveteen Dream was amazing, man. He was amazing. And I know I wasn't the only one. I just was like, yo, when that guy get to the main roster, you just could visualize, you could just fantasize just the matches that he can have with so many different other people on the main roster. And it just never happened. It just never happened, man. Like we could sit back and we could do all these what ifs all day long and just what if Stone Cold get dropped on his neck? Would he still performed after WrestleMania 19 and kept going? What if Owen Hart didn't fall to his death? Would he be mixing it up with some incredible wrestlers? What if Bret Hart didn't get fucking kicked in the face by Goldberg? Like it's just so many, like situations and what if Eddie Guerrero never passed away? You feel me? Like you can do a bunch of what ifs though, but that's all you can do, but I mean, like, just what if Odyssey Jones would have been a great character? What if Velveteen Dream would just lived up to the hype? So man, yeah, wrestling is unfortunate life. Shit happens, man. Definitely shit happens though, but real sad and unfortunate for Odyssey Jones. All right, you guys, man. All right, before we roll on out of here now, SmackDown next Friday is going to a season premiere and a series premiere back on the USA Network, which is, going to be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. But you got Solo Sikoa challenging Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Close the door. Thank you. All right. We got Cody Rhodes challenging Solo Sokoa challenging Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. My son just woke up from his nap, peeked in, and he distracted me. All right, Solo Sokoa going after the WWE Championship once again, and it's going to be a steel cage matchup. WWE week on USA for 3 straight weeks until NXT moves over to the CW. I've seen a couple of stuff going around on social media how this match is kind of like remembrance of when SmackDown first moved to Fox, Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston. That ended in like 5 seconds. So hope this don't be nothing like that. Not at all. But this is going to be a great matchup. But this not really what I wanted to talk about. Not even half of really what I really wanted to talk about. But Cody Rhodes last night on SmackDown, man, was just sort of antagonizing Solo Sokoa, man, and try to push all the buttons that he possibly could push of Solo Sokoa in the bloodline and cause frictions within the group, man. And Cody Rhodes was like, yeah, man, I give you this championship opportunity. But no, I'm not talking about you, Solo. I'm talking about Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu, boy, he stood up and he got up on the apron and he looking at Cody and he's like, okay, hell yeah. I take that motherfucker. Hell yeah. And then you got Solo. Solo reminded me of Roman Reigns, where it was like people was like yeah, is Solo the tribal chief? And Roman Reigns would have that look and he'll look at Solo. You know, even when this goes back a couple of years ago where Cody Rhodes was actually talking to Solo and saying he ain't ready. And Solo got upset about it. And he got up on the apron and he's about to Samoan spike him and everything. And Roman got up there like, oh, wait a minute, Holmes. Why are you overstepping me? Like, you know, that was the look it gave, you know, that tribal chief look. That's the way he was giving Solo. Solo was giving that shit right back to Jacob Fatu. He was giving that shit right back to Jacob Fatu, man. And I was digging it. I was definitely digging it. He was like, man, shit, I want that. Like, I can't have it. Like, he really said, I can get it though. Like, you're not the tribal chief. Like, man, oh man, I feel like the story that they telling and the little Easter eggs that they are, you know, planting with Jacob Fatu. Is he a mole? Now, someone said that a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, man, I think he's a mole, man. I give credit to his is Jacob Fatu a mole? I think he is, man. I think he's actually, you know, on Roman Reigns' side. Now, yeah, Jacob Fatu did beat down Roman Reigns a couple of weeks ago when he was there on SmackDown, and you know, they all put his ass to a table though, but I don't know, man. I think it's turning out really, really, really interesting. To say the least, you guys. Really interesting. Um, to say the least, though. But there's still cage matchup that's going to be on Friday Night SmackDown next week for the WWE Undisputed Championship. It's going to be dope, man. It's really going to be dope. Hopefully, we're going to get Roman Reigns back and some more great stuff, man. I know NXT is definitely popping off, man. Trick Williams and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne everywhere. He on SmackDown. He on NXT. He on Raw. Like he beefing with Sheamus. He beefing with Trick Williams. He beefing with everybody, man. Like I'm digging it though. But Trick Williams taking on Pete Dunne. That they fought throughout the whole damn night. For real. They fought throughout the whole night. I'm loving that. Joe Hendry, man, didn't get the job done winning the NXT championship at No Mercy. But do you guys believe in Joe Hendry, man? I don't know, man. I believe in the guy, man. I just don't hope it be too soon, too fast for the guy. But I believe in him. I definitely believe in him. Had a killer night on Impact the other night. So yeah, man, wrestling is just literally on fire right now, and I just can't think of anything that you know. Maybe I'm just giving it the benefit of the doubt, but yo, man, I appreciate everyone definitely tuning in. Actually, we're gonna do this live watch along right here. It's actually a 6-man tag team matchup. We got Hologram and Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes taking on Tony Nese and the other two members of his tag team. I ain't got the name right now. I ain't gonna lie to you for real. I ain't gonna lie to you at all. But yeah, man, this has been a fun show. Uh, Talk Pro Wrestling. Definitely be back next Saturday, talking more of wrestling, giving my opinion and reviews on everything that went down from tonight's All Out, the season premiere of Monday Night Raw, SmackDown on Fox, everything, man. NXT, Impact as well. So, JBL showing up to Impact. I thought that was interesting, man. It's a bunch of stuff that's going down, man. It's a bunch of stuff. Once again, man, I appreciate everyone tuning in. Before I wrap it up and head on out of here, if everyone can do me a huge favor, that you tune in. Thank everyone that tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Definitely can you hit the like button down below. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, appreciate it if you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, man. Wrestling content each and every week. Oh, one last thing. WWE has announced that well, they haven't announced it, but it's rumors that's going around that possibly could be true. The WWE will be doing and returning back to a prime time network special on NBC. More than likely, Saturday night's main event will return. And I've seen someone a couple of actually an hour ago before I started the show, someone was talking about that WWE is keeping an eye on AEW now that they're doing a Saturday night's main event. Look here, AEW is keeping an eye on WWE, especially Tony Khan. He think everything they in competition with them. He think like when they started doing the LED boards on the ring, AEW started doing it. They go over international AEW. So it's like let's just watch wrestling, man. The tribalism, all that other shit. Let's just let it move. Nice move. Let's just stop, man. I love wrestling. I'm here for it all. But of course, WWE is it for me, man. The storytelling. It's like a grown man soap opera, though. So I can admit that I'm here for it. Oh, cracked him in his face with the knee, bro.
The anticipation when somebody's coming off the ropes like that, Danny Magic, just so tough and just was made it look easy. He certainly did. He timed it perfectly, caught him right in the face. The Premier Athletes are in control. Backbreaker, Larry, combo there from the woods. Lateral press. All around. Needed to fire that left shoulder up off the mat. We're 45 minutes away here, guys, from All Out.
See the guys from All Out, man.
The fans are chanting, "We want Dustin." How about that?
We want Dustin. We want Dustin.
He's earned it too, Matt Bernard. That's for sure. A lifetime devoted to professional wrestling. Two-time champion right now in the Ring of Honor.
Come on, ref. Get him off of him. Do your job, ref. Do your job. Referee ain't doing his job, man. Damn. Hey, this hologram guy, man. I remember when this guy showed up a couple of Dynamite is the only thing I watched. I mean, besides when they got the little pay-per-views, but Dynamite, that's it. That whets my appetite for AEW of the week, and I'm straight. Rampage, I feel like they're doing Rampage totally wrong. I feel like Rampage could be a continuation. It could be a continuation of Dynamite if they make it. And then also, it's 10 o'clock at night on the East Coast. Nah. Especially after people watched the SmackDown already. Now you're telling me we gotta, nah. Mm-mm. So I think it's the time slot that it comes on at 10 o'clock. Then it's just, it's not a continuation of nothing. It's just a bunch of guys that just say, yo, you got this matchup. And it's great for them guys to get TV time and, all that. But, nah. And then Collision, I mean, that show was literally for CM Punk and But yeah. Oh, wow. Slipped all over the ropes, man. That could have been disastrous.
This scooping up hologram and driving him into the corner. Man, he's a beast. Josh Woods is a beast. I mean, you can just look at him.
Okay, Josh Woods. That was his name. Just essentially bullying so Tony Nese, Josh Woods, and the other guy. It's probably the only kickoff match I'm gonna watch. I just said, you guys, man, I'll stick around with you. If you guys have any comments or anything, we'll watch one of the matches on 0 Hour before we get ready for All Out. All right, Dustin, let's see what you got, man. Clothesline. Another clothesline. Oh, reverse off the ropes. Oh. I want to do that if I was you. Scoop slam. Power slam, scoop slam, whatever you want to call it. Power slam. Oh, there you go. Canadian Destroyer. Oh, the makeup on Dustin's face is nice. I didn't catch that because he was in the way he was in the ring. I didn't see the other half of his face. Oh, sweet shit.
And great reaction to the crowd that's still firing in here to the Now Arena. All Out, just over 40 minutes away on pay-per-view. It Dustin Rhodes hard to the barricade. But now, looks like the athletes.
All right, you guys, man, like I said, about to roll on out of here, though. But if you're watching, man, on any platform, definitely hit the like button. And any questions, any comments, man, that I can chat with you guys with while I watch along this 0 Hour matchup that's on at the moment.
Combination that time too. The breakup. But hologram in preventing Arjafari from interfering any further in this match. He's breaking down.
Big right hand at the jaw. Oh shit, he's going for crossroads.
He's about. Tony Nese there. Cheap shot at Guevara gets him with the first kick.
Super kick party. That's what AEW is, man. That's what the game show been called. AEW Super Kick Party. Crossroads. Oh shit. Come on, Sammy, get his ass down. Well, they doing the opposite, getting his ass in the ring now. You guys stop. You guys stop right here. That's crazy. Oh, he getting a crossroads too? Oh, they killed him. Oh. One, two, three. All right, man. Cool matchup. Yo, man, definitely been fun chatting with you guys. Definitely been fun hanging with you guys, man. On this Saturday, man, I'm about to roll on out of here, man. Watch some wrestling, go chill with little man for a little bit, man, and grab some beer, man. But another episode of Talk Pro Wrestling in the book. Talk Pro Wrestling will be back next Saturday, man. So definitely tune in. I appreciate everyone watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, man. Definitely like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell a friend about the 1130 podcast, you guys, man, for real. But until next time. Until next time, you guys, I'm always tongue-tied, man. Stay safe, stay blessed, give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it? For myself, Dre, a.k.a. Dre on Wheels. Until next time, you guys, man, I'm out, you guys, man.